Green Lantern had its panel at Comic-Con this weekend and some news was released. Remember that Green Lantern is coming out on the 17th of June 2011 and it's been directed by Martin Campbell. It stars Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, Blake Lively as Carol Ferris, Peter Sarsgard as Hector Hammond, Mark Strong as Sinestro, and Tim Robbins as Senator Hammond. Peter Sarsgard spoke at the panel and says that his version of the mega supervillain Hector Hammond will have a size 60 head, and Peter Sarsgaard describes Hammond as the kid who licked the battery or went up the rooftop with a coat hanger to see what happened. So he's a mad, crazy character. Martin Campbell, the director, said that Hal's relationship with his father, Martin, as seen in the Secret Origins arc, and says that that's going to play a large part in the movie, finally culminating at the end of the movie when Hal becomes Green Lantern. Sinestro, the villain, will be a hands-on mentor. As in the comics, Sinestro, played by Mark Strong, in the Green Lantern later becomes a major villain. He will be training Hal Jordan to be a Green Lantern, and we'll get to see Sinestro kick some ass along the way. Parallax, the villainous identity that Hal Jordan took in, which was later to be a kind of a fear monster that took control of Hal, Ryan Reynolds let slip that we'll see Parallax in the film as a kind of physical manifestation of fear itself. Ryan Reynolds says his Hal is a guy who can tell a joke, throw a punch, and kiss a girl. And director Martin Campbell says there's some humor in the film, mostly thanks to Ryan Reynolds. But Reynolds also describes the character. He says that I saw this guy who is arrogant and cocky in the film, who is given this amazing gift, and that becomes humbling for him. Ryan Reynolds says he thought that was a great arc for a character in a superhero film. And it was also said that the Green Lantern could be the beginning of a shared universe. At least DC's Jeff Johns hinted that could be the case. He said that he couldn't talk about it at Comic-Con, but he did say there are a couple other movie projects in the pipeline, but everything depends on how well Green Lantern does. At the end of the panel, the kid asked Ryan Reynolds to recite the oath of the Green Lantern, and he did, and it was great. I'm not going to recite it because I won't do it as well as him, but you can catch that clip on YouTube. So those are some things for Green Lantern, building up excitement at Comic-Con, due out on the 17th of June 2011. The Green Lantern has to be an 8.5, 8.8 on my excitement meter. It might get to a 9 on my excitement meter. Things are looking good for it. It's looking like it could be a really dark, interesting film. I feel that all the comic films have upped their game, especially since The Dark Knight and Iron Man, and they all are injecting a lot of money and a lot of talent into these films.